What's up, beautiful souls? Thank you so much for joining me today at the meditation channel. Now, I am so excited because I haven't been doing readings for a while, and girl, boy, anything in between, she's back. So, let's see what the energy of the week is. I'm going to try and do these every week. We'll see. I try to commit to things, okay? All right, so for this week, let's see what the message is. And this is for anyone, by the way, who sees this video. So let's find out. All right, guys. So the first card that we got for today is a new emotional experience, fulfilled romantic relationships, deep and lasting spiritual insights. So essentially what I'm getting for this is that some of you have finally released the old energy and are ready to step into something new. This can mean for a lot of you, this is a relationship. This is a new emotional experience. This is a new job, a new home, a new something. It could also represent, though, just simply the desire, the flame, the seed of your intention. And maybe it's time for you to be honest that the old is done and that there is space for something new to come in, that you are truly desiring this new experience, and it's just hard for you to admit it for yourself. So again, depending on who is watching this, everybody's going to have a different feeling around this. This is also around a lot of like heart chakra energy. Heart chakra meaning that there is a need of healing the heart, surrendering, letting go, or allowing. So what is going on in your life right now that is causing that block, that suffering, that wall that you can't seem to get to the other side? And oftentimes this might require, again, some sort of releasing, or it might require some kind of allowing, opening your heart up to this new relationship, to this new experience, to this new possibility. And yeah, it's emotional. It's not always easy to allow that change, to try something different. Why? Because there is always a fear of disappointment. There is always a fear of what if it doesn't work out. However, I will say this, if you don't try, you will fail. A little harsh, but it's true. We have to try. We have to give ourselves permission, because even though it might feel like failure, what we don't understand oftentimes is that these experiences are just stepping stones to where we want to be and where we want to go. And if we want to shift our reality, our intention, our experience, we have to change our energy. And in order to change our energy, we have to try something new. Before we move on with today's reading, I have to interrupt and talk about something very important. So I am so excited, you guys, to talk about the sponsor of today's video, Psychic Source. When it comes to these readings, we all want deeper clarity and a more personalized message. A pick a card reading can be a powerful way to receive information on a collective level, but sometimes we want something a little bit more personal, a little bit more intimate, and something very specific to you, to what you need. Psychic Source gives you the opportunity to connect one-on-one with an advisor for a personalized reading and explore what these energies could mean for you, for your own life. They've been trusted for over 35 years and offer space where you can ask questions, reflect, and get a fresh perspective. Listen, I know for me, there has been time in my life that I have needed clarity. I have needed help. I have needed some advice. And this has been something that has helped me immensely. Now, even though I'm a reader myself, as you know, I can't always read for myself. Sometimes I just need to step out of my own perspective and trust someone else. Someone who can help me see things clearly and help me move forward with confidence. And for me, it's so important that I trust the reader. And that's why I believe in the value in connecting with a trusted reader. And I personally trust the advisors at Psychic Source. And I found the insights to be really valuable and accurate. Very important. Essentially, it helps me so much with where I am, where I need to go, and what I need to shift in my life to achieve my goals. What I love about Psychic Source is that you can connect with a way that feels comfortable to you, whether through your phone, messaging, or video. They also have a very selective advisor process, with only 2% of their applicants making it through their vetting process. And they offer 100% satisfaction guarantee. Plus, the best part is that 1% of every purchase goes to a charity of your choice, at no extra cost, of course. If this reading resonated with you and you'd like to explore a more personalized message, you can connect with a Psychic Source advisor using the link in my description or pinned comment. So if you're ready, go to trypsychicsource.com/meditation. New customers get up to 40 minutes under $20. And you don't have to use all your minutes in one session. Check out Psychic Source through the link below and start your reading today. So that's the first card. The next one, I am seeing friendships and relationships, but above everything else, I'm also seeing learning to be grateful for what you already have. There is so much to be grateful for. There's also financial success and a promise of retirement, a rich and rewarding family life. So I'm seeing relationships here, friendships. Again, I think this is obviously linked to the first card. But this can also mean look at what you do have. Look at the things that are working out for you. And I'm also hearing here for some of you is like, think of the past where you have taken a risk in a relationship or where you have learned something deep in a relationship. And is it repeating now? Is there some sort of mirroring happening? And are you repeating the same mistakes? Are you allowing yourself to maybe not go through that experience again? But for some of you, it could also mean the other thing is like when you did take a risk, it did pay off. And does this situation feel similar? Does it have a similar energy, a similar kind of like, it's scary and I don't know, but I know I should just do it. And you take that leap of faith. The gratitude card is also very important because sometimes we just focus on what's not working out, everything that is like difficult and an obstacle and it's challenging. And we just don't give ourselves the grace to really be fair, at our lives. Yes, there are things that don't work out. Yes, there are challenges. Yes, sometimes life sucks. Okay. But what is working out for you? Do you have a roof over your head? Do you have a good friend? Do you have a pet that you love? Do you have your health? I know this can be challenging when we're suffering and when we're thinking about the lack and we're in pain, but I promise you that if you can at least be fair and say, yes, this sucks, but I can also be in gratitude. You elevate your energy, and when you elevate your energy, you allow for more to come in. So for some of you, I just see you just looking at the suffering and looking at the pain, hoping for things to change. While as what I'm hearing here is that you really just need to begin to change the way that you see your life, see your world and your internal world as well as your outside world, of course. So when you start seeing the good things and being grateful for them and actually saying, you know what, this sucks, but I am so grateful for this thing. This thing has given me so much joy, or it's given me some level of peace or security. Then you're calling in more of that energy. So you have to be very careful about what goes on in here and in here. The final card, there is a better course of action available to you. Working alone working alone may not be the best answer. Review the details. So again, you have a choice right now. You are at this crossroad and there is a better alternative. And also, again, it's saying working alone, it might not be the best thing for you. So again, these relationship, this connection, this something needs to be trusted or needs to change or needs to move forward. So again, leave a comment below, guys, and let me know if this is resonating, of course, with you, and let me know if this is making any sense, because I feel like there's a lot of you out there that are going, oh my God, this is like exactly what's going on for me. And this is just a confirmation. This message here is just a confirmation to remind you that you gotta take that leap of faith. If you want things to change, you have to change your inner energy, your decisions, your choices. You cannot keep hoping for things to be sorted out for you on the outside by not taking that risk. Risks can sometimes lead to failure, can sometimes lead to pain, but they can also lead to massive rewards. And I think that this message is coming up for you because you are really, truly desiring this change, this transformation, this next step, this something. And even though you might be struggling with knowing how and where, this is the confirmation for that. So before we finish, I'm going to pull a card from my Oracle deck just as a final message to seal everything in for you. Okay, so we got the Cosmic Witches. I love the Cosmic Witches card. It's such a beautiful card. The Cosmic Witches are here to remind you to reach for the stars. Do not place limitations on what you can and cannot do. Believe in yourself and take your dreams as far as they can go. Think big and cosmic. This card is also a reminder that you, my friend, are made of stardust. So what I love about this card, essentially, the message is always very simple, but very meaningful and deep, is that if you aim for the stars, you might get there. But if you aim for the moon and you miss, at least you'll be amongst the stars. So don't be afraid to ask for more. Don't be afraid to say, I deserve a little bit more. I want a little bit more. Yeah, you might not get there, but you're going to get much further if you don't ask, if you don't try, if you don't put that goal out there, that intention, that energy, that focus, that motivation. So again, this could also mean with relationships, with your connections. You know, maybe you have some friendships or a connection with somebody in a romantic relationship or even family, and it's just you're giving more, you're doing all the work, and they're not, right? It could be that kind of situation. And it's okay for you to ask for somebody to give you just as much back. It's okay for you to ask and desire somebody to love you and respect you and appreciate you just the same way. Somebody to put as much effort into the relationship as you do. And oftentimes we settle or we lower our expectations or ourselves because we believe that we cannot have more. But that belief is going to create your reality. And again, it's not about being unrealistic and expecting people to, you know, be miracle workers, but there is something within that openness, that intention saying, I deserve better. So I invite you today to think about something that you're afraid to ask for more. Financially, relationship, within yourself, whatever it may be. And I want you to take this moment today to actually test it. And by testing, I mean by daring to ask yourself, what if I could receive more? All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me today for this beautiful message of the week. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment below. As always, guys, please, please, please make sure that you're subscribed and make sure that you like this video, and I will see you in the next one. Have a magical day.